right now. So, hello everyone! Hello everyone who just joined the stream, who just joined this interesting moment for the Geometrical community itself. This is an experimental one, because I rolled out the subtitles, and I hope everyone will actually understand what I'm saying, and what's saying the legendary, I'd say, the myth, the man, the legend himself, the Waterflame is here. So you are unmuted, so say hello to the chat, say hello to everyone.
Hello chat, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that's...
happy to be here. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of new to the twitching and podcast scene, but trying to say yes to a lot of things and be more in the community, so here I am.
And I'm actually honored that you choose me. Like, as a matter of fact, like, the thing is that it was actually... I wrote you on email like half a year ago, or like in January, or like So this was like a fun ride, I'd say, just to make it like even happen for everyone.
Yeah, I'd say that it's the story for a lot of people these days, unfortunately. That it's like, yeah, I got a hold of Waterflame after a fourth email and sending him DMs, and it's like, please answer me, because I've just been I'm honestly so busy these days, and I was already bad at answering messages when I didn't get a lot of them, and now I do get a ton of them. So it's yeah, I'm always a little bit behind on that.
Yeah, no worries. You're just a busy man, so I don't blame you. Okay, no one blames.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, okay, let's start with some simple questions just to warm up and to get along for people who don't know who you are for some reason. So, first of all,
yeah.
first of all, I don't like ask some like general questions. What I want to ask first is actually your journey as a musician. As far as I know, your
Yeah.
first song was released like 2 decades ago. If I remember correctly, like if you
That
used
sounds
some,
about right.
yeah, you used some interesting DAW that existed
Oh,
on like PlayStation or something. I don't even know like correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah,
yeah.
we want to know about this more. Like, how did you even started with music as a child? I
Right.
guess.
So yeah, I'm this is like the classic I start with now. It's almost becoming a shtick on talks and stuff, but yeah, that's true. I did start making music on a PlayStation. It was a game or a program called Music 2000 in Europe. It was called MTV Music Generator in the US. And basically, like, it was marketed as a game where you could make like cool music videos and like remix tracks and stuff, and it would come with a lot of like pre-made stuff, and they would like sell it as like become your own DJ. But what they kind of didn't mention that to me was like the main part of it was that it actually was a fully fledged DAW. Like it had a playlist and a piano roll. You could chop and edit things. You even had like a kind of an effects rack where you could put on reverb and chop up samples, and like it's just a full DAW basically. So when I discovered that, I was suddenly in heaven, because it's like I couldn't afford a good PC and a DAW back then. But then suddenly I just had it on my PlayStation. So after that I went insane on that, and I just made music every day after school. I was At the time I was also making Flash animations, so it was like, that was the main two things I did at the time.
Yeah, I know that you made some Flash animations before, and I actually know that you wanted not to be a musician, but an artist, like an animator, an artist. But you chose
Yeah.
to be musician nonetheless. So please, why did you make that decision?
Yeah, so I think like music was the main thing that drew me into making stuff initially. I think I was like 6 years old or seven, around 6, 7. Yeah, now I'm gonna get kicked.
Funny number, okay.
Yeah, and but yeah, around there it was like I realized that like music was like the coolest thing ever. I was playing Sega Mega Drive, so it was like mainly the Sega games that made me like obsessed with the music more than anything. I started like listening to the music in like back then. Usually, when a game was released, you could go to the option and then go into like the sound menu or sound test, and you could listen to every sound in the game. It was really weird, but it was normal back then. So you could listen to all the background music from the game, like from the menu. So I would almost use my Sega as a jukebox, when I was a kid, and that ever since then I just I wanted to make music, but it wasn't really like when I was around 13 or something. Yeah, like 12, 13, I got a hold of Flash, like the animation program. Back then it wasn't even Adobe that owned it; it was Macromedia. But I started animating first, actually, before I really got into music, because simply it was like I was poor and I just kind of wanted to make stuff. So to me, it was more like what I could get my hands on. Like if I had pen and paper, then I would draw. If I had a PC, then I would make animations, that kind of thing. So I started making animations, uploading them to Newgrounds. But I might be getting a little ahead of myself here. But yeah, that's it was kind of equally animations and music to begin with, honestly. So I didn't really know that I would end up with music. But the pivotal point was when one of my hard drives got like zapped from a blackout. All the power went in the apartment. And when I turned on the PC again, the entire hard drive was erased, and there was like maybe like I'd say up to like 100 unfinished like music projects and a ton of animations, and some of the animations I'd spent months on and even given myself like carpal tunnel trying to finish it, and then it was just all gone. So I just got so demotivated. I was like, nah, screw this, and when I got back to the PC again, I wasn't really motivated to making animations anymore, because that animation I'd worked on for almost half a year was just gone. So I kind of just started making more music, and then I stuck with that, and here we are.
Yeah, and basically, like, you just make yourself a career as a musician, but you're still a great artist. I would say that.
Thank you.
Oh my god, yeah, because like your pixel art is like really impressive. I should say, the cities you made for the Welkin series is phenomenal, dude. Like seriously.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and
No,
we will speak about the Welkin in the future. Oh, wait, what did you want to say? Yeah. Sorry
No,
for interrupting.
I'm letting you lead. It's just, I'm a
Okay, yeah.
yapper, so there's so many topics. But yeah, you go.
Yeah. So we will speak about the Welkin after, like sometime. But what I want to speak about is your first actual offer. In terms of like not a commission, but the participation in some sort of game development. As far as I know, the jump it was called like I don't know what it was called directly. It is not jumper. It was like loop something.
Oh yeah, jump stump loop.
Yeah. It was like, is it your first time appearing in the like the game development scene as a like a musician for some sort of huge company like the Behemoth at the time, or for the Castle Crushers?
Yeah. So my first real like paid job from an actual company was the one you mentioned, where the original jumper was in, and that was it was actually a Mexican learning game. So it's like designed for. Yeah, it was called. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, Mexicans, but Mecha Pumble or Pumble. So it's like Mecha Pumble. That's how it's written, anyway. And yeah, like it was an actual game sold on a CD, like with a DVD and everything. I mean a DVD, and yeah, so I made like a little soundtrack for them and got paid for it. And actually, also speaking of translations, I actually translated the game to Norwegian as well, so I'm credited for that in the in the pamphlet. But yeah, I that was like my first real job, and since then the company doesn't exist anymore. They've like shut down, so that's kind of like lost media now. But that was when I realized like, maybe I can actually like make this a side hustle too, because at the time I'd also I mean, I started on Newgrounds, as most people know by now, and so I had my music in a couple of Flash games and stuff, and that's how this company Nibbo found me and asked me if I could do the job, because they already liked some stuff they've heard in that. So yeah, that's kind of how it started as a real job.
And that's actually crazy to think about, even like how old were you when you just accepted this offer? Like over 18, am I right? Or not?
Yeah. So yeah, I was. Was I 18? Yeah, I think I just turned 18. Yeah, 18 or 19. So yeah, I was of like legal age to take the job. Yeah, but I hadn't like fully made my company yet, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is, we all want to actually hear and actually want to know about the turning point, as I'd say, in your career when your song was picked by a Robtop, I guess, for his upcoming game. At the time, like Geometry Jump. I remember that
Yeah.
Robtop left the post on Newgrounds when he was like, "Hey, I'm seeking for I'm seeking for the artists for my silly little game. Who wants to participate?" Like, yeah, something like that. How
Right.
your song was got into the game?
The Okay, so the memory is a little bit hazy, but I believe he contacted me and already had some ideas of some tracks he wanted to use, like Electroman Adventures, Blast Processing, and yeah, a few others of the like core originals. I think he already liked those tracks and wanted to have them in the game, so he just came and asked me outright. I was basically, yeah, he just basically asked me. And I had also like, because at the time you gotta remember too, like, uh, I don't think either me nor Rob Top knew that this would be like what it is today, right? So it wasn't the first time at that point someone asked me to use music in a rhythm game or something like that. So to me it was just like, yeah, you can, like, we'll create a modest license and you could use the tracks, and that was it basically.
Yeah.
But then later, once those tracks were in, then he came back later and asked if I could make some tracks that was actually made for Geometry Dash, and that was Geometrical Dominator and Striker.
Wait, Striker is 4GD? Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 4GD. Yeah. But and the third song you wrote for GD is like for the 10th anniversary. I really forgot the name.
Oh yeah, the Unstable Geometry.
Yeah. Unstable Geometry. Yeah, but I'm still finding it funny. Like it used like a 10-second sample of this song.
Oh yeah. That was actually the story behind that. Again, that was like the arranger of that asked me if I, had something custom that I could contribute, and like gave me a heads up. But then I was so busy on so many other projects, so I got started on that track late. So it was like I barely got to even give it to them. At that point, they had planned out most of it, so that's why I was only 10 seconds in there. That's actually
Okay.
the story. So it's not their fault. They actually gave me a heads up. It was me who delivered so late that they had to like start planning other things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, and I made the podcast like 2 years ago with Extrola. He said that
Oh yeah.
Robtop contacted him to create a custom song, but he rejected the offer because he was like getting some stuff in his life and he couldn't make it. But
Wow.
were you decline the offer for Robtop's work, or just like have some samples of your like early works on the current song that presents in the GD, like the custom ones, like Geometrical Dominator?
Oh, like you're asking if there was like some stuff that never got used.
Yeah, some
But
sort of like early releases or like completely different songs.
actually, as far as that goes, there's actually no secrets. Like I only got asked to do something custom by Rob Top twice, and that was those two songs. and I made them, and they pretty much like the version that how they sound is the original. So yeah, I mean I have so much lore behind a lot of my music, but for that one it was pretty clean actually. Like what you see is what you get.
Oh, I see. Because I remembered when MDK uploaded his compilation of early stuff that he made for the Geometry Dash song, like it is actually called that. So
Yeah.
I was interested if that like the Geometrical Dominator have this approach. So you've actually you've actually that kind of artist that can, because of his, I don't know, of his knowledge, of his experience, pure, can actually provide the songs really fast, I guess. In terms of like, you don't need to sit for like much time and like grind on like what melody should I use, what should I get, and just like deliver out of your mind. Am I right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I've made music for so long, and I love making music. So it's like kind of like biking to me, you know. Like of course, it happens to me too that some days it's not coming to me, and that's especially frustrating if I'm on a deadline. But like most of the time, most of the time I have an idea because it's like once you work with music so much, it's more like you. Or I guess I've always seen music this way, but it's like it's more. I know the mood I want to create, right? So it's more like I don't have always like an exact idea of the melody I want to make, but I know the mood I want to create. So um, I just like work towards that. And once the track is starting to make me feel a certain way, like let's say I'm making a track that's supposed to be like a dark alley and someone's chasing you or something, and it's like a futuristic city. Like there's a certain vibe you imagine then musically, right? Like it would be kind of sinister, a little stressful, and since it's a futuristic city, it would be like maybe more modern elements in the track, right? So,
Right.
it's more building out of that, like creating an atmosphere. I think I'm more that kind of musician. I know some of my colleagues and people in my sphere more start with like a melody structure and then work from there. But I'm kind of the opposite. Like I start with a mood and kind of I make the place first, so to speak, and then I make the main character later. Most people start with the main character.
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah. Well, that's actually
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually great approach for things that you're making, because like you need to. I'm actually like, if I'm doing some sort of things with like lore based, or some stuff that's like I'm writing, etc. I'm actually setting up the environment first, because out of the environment you can easily get other things. Like you can get the overall story, you can get your characters right, because like they will fit to this environment. Because like building an
Hmm.
environment amongst, or not the amongst, but around the characters is can work, but not so often, because like it, you can see that this was built around something like the environment itself, and I really love this approach, like at the bottom of my heart. So we actually have something in common, like here.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, it's I don't know, it's to me that's how I usually get inspired is mostly by like atmospheres and places, like kind of like a lot of elements that come together to create like a setting, a mood, right? And I feel that's how I think about music too. It's kind of like yeah, so but it is sometimes it has been a little hard because lately I'm doing more professional, like more like top level kind of things where often vocals are required. And when you compose in this way, it makes it a lot harder if the melody line needs to be the front and center, right, in the vocal track. But if I start with everything else, then it's like sometimes I run into the problem like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to fit a voice in here, like it becomes an afterthought, right? So that's a problem. So I've started to make a rule for myself that if it's like a conventional kind of pop or vocal track, I'll start with a melody first, but otherwise I start with the atmosphere.
Yeah. And speaking of the atmosphere, your label, is actually I wanted always to ask about like, why did you make your own like label? Why did you start it with like?
Oh,
So yeah.
yeah. So I guess I can clarify. It's not a label. It kind of functions. I have to explain this like as easily as possible, but you're talking about autodidactic studios, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's mainly it, as the name says, it's a studio where we come together to do more like bigger collaborative projects. So it's not a label. It's co-owned by me and two others, and by PFTQ and then Schneidermesser. They co-own the studio with me, and we all are independent, self-sufficient, right? So we don't need the company in any way. And that's kind of the idea behind it, that it's a studio where like no one needs to get paid from the studio, no one needs the studio, so there's no pressure, but we have a place where we can come together and do bigger projects and invite other creators, and that's like kind of how that whole thing started. And then we've gotten to know more and more people, gotten music placed in syncs and stuff as the studio, and make more games. And oh wait, did the stream just die?
Yeah. It just it just like reconnected for a second. I was just scared. It just like popped up that the stream need to be reconnected. I was like, oh my god, not now, please. But
There's
it's
some
now.
light flashing before your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, where was I? Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
you're streaming too high quality.
Not really. Maybe I'm using VPN because I don't have another choice.
I see. Sorry. Yeah, that must be it. Well, it seems to work again now.
I hope so, and I hope it will not crash. Please, for the love of God.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. If so, I will just change the server immediately, like the server I'm using right now. Okay, so if it's back,
yeah, we're alive.
We're alive. Yeah. So, okay, let's speak about, if we spoke about like the studio, like the I will always forget, autodidactic, or how it is pronounced.
Oh yeah, so it's pronounced autodidactic.
Autodidactic, yeah.
Yeah. So it has, the word means someone who taught themselves and everything they know themselves. So
okay.
So everyone that co-owns the company is an autodidact. That means that we have like none of us has gone to school to know what we know. We just taught it ourselves, and we keep teaching ourselves.
Self-taught, yeah.
Self-taught and everything, yeah. So that's what an autodidact means, like someone who's self-taught and good at, like, they can do many things, basically.
That's great. That's actually great. Oh, and speaking of collaborations, the one and only Inferno, like the slash Inferno and the slash, like, I want to hear a story. Yeah, I want to hear a story behind this project with the Boom Key and Terminite. How this was even possible? How did you like come up with this idea itself?
Oh, right. So there's actually a kind of a funny story there. So I was making music with like, I had a year where I was like, I always wanted to do more collabs, right? And so I was like, this is gonna be the year of collabs. I'm gonna contact everyone that I've talked about. Like, you know how I talk to people and then it's like, oh, we should make a collab sometime. Yeah, we should. And then nothing ever happens, right? That's classic. So,
Yeah.
so I decided that year to be like, no, let's contact everyone again and be like, okay, who wants to actually collab and make it happen? And then have a time frame and kind of push it a little bit as like a thing, you know? So that's how that was the year, you know, made the music with F7 and DJVI, Boom Kitty, and all of this. And so yeah, I was making music with Boom Kitty, right? We're making well, we were actually working on something that no one knows about. So,
Oh.
but then you know, it was around Halloween, and we were talking about like, I mean, I might be misquoting here, but I think we were like on the subject of like, are you gonna release something for Halloween? And I said like, yeah, I have this track called Slash that's like, I try to finish it every year before Halloween, but I never get to that point where it's like, it's good enough, you know? But I had the melodies and stuff, so I just sent it to him like, yeah, this is it, but I don't know, it needs to be polished, you know? And then we continued working. And then later he came back a few days later and he was like, hey, so I showed your like Halloween demo to Temanite, and we've been kind of like touring, like, because they were hanging together at the time, right? And he was like, I showed it to Temanite and we kind of love it. And we were thinking like, why don't we jump on this one instead of what we're working on right now? And I was like, really? Okay, let's do it. Let's finish Slash, you know? So then we did. We made Slash. Yeah, that was basically like, we basically pivoted and we started working on that instead. And like basically everyone did their part. So, and that's how Slash got made. Oh yeah, and the artwork was made by Phantom Outlet, which is like one of my main mods. It's been around since forever. So, but that's just the story of Slash, of course, not Slash Inferno. That came later.
Yeah, but what about the Slash Inferno? Why did you like make the more sinister version of the Slash in the first place?
Right. So, Temanite was like while he was producing some parts, he like got in on a more hardcore track, like kind of path, you know. He was like, it would be cool if we made like a hardcore version, you know. And then he couldn't help himself, so he kind of started on it. And then me and Boom Kitty was like, yeah, that's actually kind of sick. And then I drafted up like well, it was later when we decided like, okay, let's actually do it. Why not just make Slash Inferno as well? But this was during like Christmas time, I think. So everyone was like super busy. So I made a mock-up of like basically like a super rough like, this is how I think like kind of the structure of the track should be, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that might be like that is kind of like I guess a secret thing from the project, that mock-up, but also yeah, the original Slash, of course, before the other guys touched it. No one's heard that yet. So but yeah, so Slash Inferno, after that, like, it was around Christmas, so honestly, that was that track, like Slash Inferno, was mostly spearheaded by Temanite, because like I was super swamped with like Christmas times and another deadline and stuff, so he was just like kind of, I didn't work that much on it, and Boom Kitty worked a little bit on it, so that was like, he did a lot on those last segments. So I mean, obviously it was a collaborative effort each time, but that was kind of like spearheaded by him wanting to go hardcore, and we were all for it.
Yeah, and this is actually a success because of, you know, one level in GD once again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the shenanigans. Yeah, Yeah. And that was crazy because like it really was the perfect storm. And I don't think people realize just how many things need to go right for something like that to happen. Like it was already three musicians that already had fan bases and careers on their own coming together and make a collab that already like had hype behind it, and it was a remix of a track that people already knew a little bit. And then someone made a level that became like the biggest level ever. So it was actually like the perfect storm. I don't think that's gonna happen again, honestly.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
was
That's what
yeah,
one
that was
time,
just
yeah.
that was insane. So yeah, that it's just been super fun. And honestly, full disclosure, like that revived so much for me as well. Like because since this is my full-time job, I have to think about like, oh, I have to like make sure that I can actually keep doing this and stay relevant to some degree, right? But when that popped up, it was like, no, everything's fixed again. Like you're good. So, it was great.
Oh, the eternal struggle of the artist, yeah.
Yeah, because you have to make stuff all the time. People can't forget about you, and then you're done.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, and I'm seeing it everywhere. Okay, I'm really seeing it everywhere, and in any different type of art, as I'd say, like you have that feeling that you need to leave a mark in the history. Like you know that you can do it, and you trying to do it at some point of your
Yeah.
career. So
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm already like I see it more like a video game. Like there's the next kind of thing I'm grinding for. So my first big quest, was to become a professional video game musician, like have it for a living. So I did that, and then my next quest was get into big titles and stuff, and I wanted to make music for a racing game and a rhythm game and stuff. I've done that now. So it's like now the next quest is now I want to make a video game. And I also I want to do more like I've made music a lot in the indie scene, but I do also want to get to the point where I can be taken more seriously by the absolute upper companies, like the big studios. So I'm also working towards that.
and I guess you will reach it. To be honest, like. And by the way, what's your dream studio you want to work with? Like you like the absolute
Right.
dream.
I mean, that's it's a tough question. I
Like
guess maybe. I mean, right now maybe Riot. It used to be Blizzard, but sorry, not anymore.
yeah, we will not mention what happened at Blizzard HQ.
I used to be such a Blizzard fanboy. Like I loved all their titles up until I think after Overwatch. That's when Blizzard was over. If you ask me, maybe controversial, but
I kind of see the point. Yeah, but like the Riot Games, seriously?
huh?
I mean the Riot Games, seriously? Like it is like.
I mean, yeah, as in like those are the biggest like kind of actor now. If you're talking about like what I would like to like make music for in like a non-professional sense, but like just because like it's near to my heart kind of thing. Then honestly, it's kind of weird now because it's like even though there's many cool indie games, I'm kind of stuck feeling like, yeah, but why don't I just start making my own game and then I'm making the soundtrack to my game and then I get to do what I want. So, but I think my some of my favorite at least publishers, like I like everything Devolver Digital
Oh
puts
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And
I really love the books too. Yeah.
yeah, and like a lot of these like indie game studios, I'd love to work with honestly, but oh yeah, Raw Fury as well is some pretty much all the indie studios they work with are really cool. So I think it would be something like that, and like one of the, like maybe like let's say like Risk of Rain 3 or something comes out. I mean, I don't have the style for that though. That's already established music style, but it's something like that, you know, like a cool indie game. That would probably be my kind of comfort zone, I guess, to make music in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah, to go back to your question is I don't really have that's the thing. I don't really have like a studio. I'm like, oh please, senpai, like you know, I like I said, I used to, but now it's like nah, it would be cool to of course have my music in movies and stuff, like big AAA movies, but yeah, again, that's usually more either orchestral music or a popular pop track that's already popular somewhere else. So it's like, to get into the big industry, the way is, regardless, is to make a pop track. So
Yeah.
it's the way I see it. Like if you want to be in Marvel or something, either you gotta like compose the orchestral backing, or you gotta be one of the pop tracks they use.
Okay, we've mentioned that you wanted to make your own game, and let me guess, is it Welkin?
Yes, it is. It is. And I mean, oh, it has been the. Do you know the saying, "carrot on a stick"?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Welkin's been my carrot on a stick for years now. It's like if I just finish this, I can start working on Welkin like properly, you know. And it's
Like this album is 14 years old, if I like recall it correctly. Like, dude.
Oh, don't mention it. I know. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah. So I mean, okay, I'll be honest. It's basically one of those like, it's my kind of pet project, my baby, you know. So I've been in no rush to finish it, because it's like, if I have some time off and I just want to make something for me, it's been like building on this world. So I don't want to rush it or commercialize it or anything like that, because that might take the joy out of it for me. So yeah, that's why it's taken so long. But now I've decided to really kind of push it and get it started. Otherwise, it might never happen before, you know. I don't know. Another 10 years go by and video games aren't a thing anymore, because like you can just think about the coolest game ever and it'll play in your brain or whatever. So yeah, I gotta hurry up.
But yeah, like I even like wanted to make something out of like the Welkin Austin, like in GD, because like, we have a platformer now, like we have a like actual game engine at this point right now, like
I
no
know,
doubt.
yeah.
So
It's turning out to like yeah, like you said, kind of like a community game engine kind of thing. It's interesting. But yeah, so the plans for Welkin though is also the reason why it's not out yet is because it's quite an ambitious project. I've even been on like showcased it, like the concept of it and everything, you know, at I think it was GDC. And like the game conference.
mhm.
And like I have so the concept of the game is pretty ambitious, but it's going to be a multiplayer online game.
Oh,
Where So that's why it needs to be planned right and everything. And I expect it to take some time. But actually, speaking of that, though, we'll probably segue into that. But yeah, that's also a thing I want to start streaming. That's part of the reason why I'm going harder on streaming and Twitch and stuff now, because I want to have a regular weekly dev stream where I like update everyone on how the game production is going. And basically, I've been wanting to pivot my day to day to start working on games without it affecting the music, if that makes sense. So what I've been doing is I've kind of been making a backlog, so I have a lot of new tracks now that no one's heard. That I will start releasing while I'm making games, so that I actually have time. So I basically needed to plan all of this out a little bit, but I do plan to start like dev streams, and there's going to eventually be a proper announcement that the game is happening, and it'll have social pages and everything. And then I didn't want to do that until I know for sure I can keep updating it until release, because I didn't want to be one of those who's like, here's my new game, and then it's empty profile for 10 years. No.
How many indie games go to that path?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So I have been careful about that. But so when you see the page out there, then you know it's like, this is that you can follow this until the game comes out.
Okay. If we speak about games, we know that like the GD is like your main source of recognition. If we like being completely honest right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, what about other games? Like, for example, OS, for example, or just Shapes and Beats, for example, like some sort of like more rhythm games, because like GD is not a rhythm game. We will be like really honest here, because it's like more like a scroller, like rhythm scroller. But
I don't know if you've like stopped by my stream, but in some of the VODs you can see me slowly realizing, wait, Geometrical, that it just isn't a rhythm game. This is a platformer. Like, what do you mean? You know?
Like rhythm-based platformer, rhythm-based scroller and platformer.
But because I noticed, like, when I'm playing the practice mode, it's like, wait, I'm playing just as good here. I don't need the music.
Yeah, and
I'm saying that because I actually used to play Stepmania a lot, which is like Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah. I love Stepmania.
Yeah, and that is very like precise, like that you can hear like if you turn off the song and you listen to the keyboard, you can hear a perfect rhythm, right? That, like
yeah.
But when I hear someone play GD, it's like like there's no rhythm there. So that's why I call it not a rhythm game. But of course it is rhythm based, obviously. And I've also noticed in GD that like some creators are really good at kind of forcing you to have to be on beat. And I think those have started becoming my favorite levels already. Where things are like very like the rhythm is what matters.
Yeah, that's easy to like get along, to be honest. Oh, and if it's like speaking on on GD topic right now, what about like the event level? Why did you choose that specific creator you've chosen to make a stronghold?
Oh yeah, so that was more like it wasn't like super targeted. It was like I saw a couple of levels, but I haven't played GD enough to like have like a favorite creator. So it was more like I was looking at like what the cool creators were making basically, and when I saw we saw I was getting some help as well by like seeing like, okay, who's like the creators that are kind of open for working with other people and also have cool levels, and yeah, so that's kind of like how it started. Really, it was more like I like their style and like you think you could pull it off, sort of thing, but then they turn out they were like because I'd also seen their level. Oh, what was the name of the level I saw before? Stronghold. I'm so bad with names, but there was like one level that really impressed me. That was like, okay, let's ask if they want to do something. So it's more like I'm very much a creator like that. Like, if I have an idea like that, it might be that I just like send the DM the same day. or like ask whoever to send a DM.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Yeah, if I have an idea, if I have a spark, I want to release it as soon as possible. But 98% of that's just going to be like or halted or like not like actually released. So yeah, that's kind of shame. But your projects seem to be actually work and actually be released and actually
Yeah,
be done.
it was really fun. It's yeah, as Debbie Hahn was the like creator of that level specifically, and what I guess I could say why I picked them is because they're the like blocks, I guess you can say, like the environment.
Structures.
Yeah, or that it's like their levels feel like an environment, like you're someplace else, not in a level, but like in an area, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I
That's a lot
completely
of
understand.
like good atmosphere, you know.
Yeah. And that level is actually like it sets up the mood, it sets up the atmosphere like correctly. Because like it is a mashup of one of your like best songs from the Flash era. So yeah, that's actually
the interesting thing about that, so yeah, Stronghold of Memories is a mashup between my track, Field of Memories, and Danny Schneidemeister's Entering the Stronghold. And both Entering the Stronghold and Field of Memories are two of the main tracks in Stick Wars, which is a mobile game and flash game. And that's where like most people know those tracks from. And the funny thing is, Denny is one of the 3 people in our studio. And I actually didn't know at the time when I met him that he was the other composer of Stick War. It just made perfect sense. Like we mashed the 2 Stick Wars tracks together in our studio together, so it's like it comes full circle, you know. So we felt like it would be cool to make a level for it too, and just like a kind of a tribute to Stick Wars, basically, but in Geometry Dash.
Yeah, because like GD can provide the environment for some such like cool projects, in my honest opinion.
Yeah,
And I love how other artists are approaching GD creators like Good Kid, Camellia, like from the recent, if I like remembering correctly. Yeah. So it's actually great. Oh, and speaking of composers, who is your favorite composer?
Oh, that changes a lot all the time. But
like okay,
you're
top
putting me
five, top five. Okay, top five.
Oh, okay, so I think Jake Kaufman is one for sure. He's also known as, what was his alias again? Virt, Virt.
Oh,
Virt. Yeah, he's made music for like Shovel Knight, Shantae, Mighty Switch Force. I think he makes very cool music. And let's see, top 5, like composers or just musicians.
Yeah, musicians like musicians, composers, artists, whatever.
Yeah. I'd say I'd put David Wise up there, of course. Guy that made the music for Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong Country.
Oh my god, yeah. I love this, like one of the best hosts of all time.
Right? Yeah, I love that. And let's see. There's a band, I guess you can, it's not really a composer, but a band called Hybrid. Just Hybrid, based in Swansea. That's like pretty much one of my favorite like all-time artists. And if you listen to the music, you'll like be like, I see, you know, like they're pretty much the only other band I know that successfully kind of like blends electronic and real orchestra in like a very You know, it has
yeah.
like if you like Waterflame music, you'd probably like Hybrid too. You should check it out. And let's see. Oh, there's so many, man. It's like because it's almost like seasonal for me. Like you know,
Oh, I can understand that. Yeah.
yeah, it's like I have like obsessions. But the sad thing is, lately I've almost not listened to music. I've just been so busy. Like if I listen to music, it's like music for an assignment, like a playlist of like you should sound like this for this assignment. So it's
Yeah,
been a
little
little like
references.
yeah. But I guess as far as like composers closer to me in my sphere and stuff goes, then I really like obviously Paragon X9. He's always gonna be the goat to me. And yeah, I like F777's music a lot. And there's this guy that's not that known, but it's called 3D Blast. Makes super cool music. And Shirobon, I like a lot from as well.
Shirabon, yeah, he's like a great chiptuner.
Yeah. I like the song, his song, I think it's called Meteor. That one I've played like maybe hundreds of times. That was a banger.
Yeah, and speaking of like composers that matching your style, you've mentioned like the band called Hybrid, right?
Yeah.
I know one guy. If I remember correctly, his alias, he's a frantic music orchestra. It is his alias. He matching the like electronics and electronics and orchestra really perfectly. He made some songs for some OST for the Atomic Heart, if you know this game.
Yeah. I haven't played it, but I saw some gameplay.
Yeah. So he like you can listen to him because like he nailed it perfectly, in my opinion.
Okay. Check that out. Cool.
And like in general, like there's so many styles I can't even comprehend. Like I'm listening to what I just want to listen. So it is like no matter for me what genre it is music. I can listen to some pop. I can listen to. I can even listen to some. What is it called? We have a hardcore, splittercore, and like all things above, like the hypertone stuff, like here.
Yeah, you know what? Like, don't get me started on that because first of all, I agree. It's like it's a cliche, but I do agree with the saying that there's no bad genre, just bad music. As in, like, you could always find a cool track in like almost every genre out there. So I agree with that. Like, I don't really like. I listen to all kinds of music as long as it's good, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, about the styles, like I'm starting to lose it with all these genres. Like people are trying to define something every week, and it's like I was referring to something the other day. I think about like a style that I know to be like something, you know, like oh yeah, this is like electronica or something like that. And it's like oh no, it's not called that now. This is botanica, and I'm like, what the
what?
fuck? You know, like, okay, that's new. Okay, then, yeah, that's apparently a genre. Just look it up, botanica. It's, but it's like, yeah, I wouldn't get to what I'm trying to say is like these genres is like I almost don't care anymore because it's like people are trying to define like, okay, I used this type of synth. This is now like, I don't know, like Mooncore or whatever. It's like, okay, dude, but I will still call it EDM. Okay. Just...
now for me here is like EDM and DTM, like in terms of like electronic music, like two huge chunks of electronic dance music, like the electronic dance music itself and DTM. It's like it's mainly used for the Asia type of electronic music, like for like the hardcore, like the mostly hardcore, yeah. Hello? Hello? Are you here? Yeah. Like this. I can hear you.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, it's back. And it's actually funny because I saw your subtitles. I right now saw your subtitles and I was like, what is happening? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. But what do you like spoke about? Like
Oh yeah, so yeah, basically there's so many subgenres now that I try to like not
yeah.
get too bogged down in it, because like hardcore is something I also had to. Hardcore is a genre and it makes sense, but I recently had to, like a couple of years ago, learn what that even was, and I'm like, oh, that's that type of music, right? Like I've always known the type of music, but now there's a name for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I remember how one of my friends called it like awesome music.
Yeah, there you go.
Like it was bizarre, but no, I can call it like rhythm game music, like the hardcore genre, because like you can hear hardcore in many rhythm games, like based on like Japan and like Asia in general. So
yeah,
it's kind of staple.
DDR, yeah, stuff like that. It's true, but yeah, it is a very, like, it's definitely like an Asian genre. But yeah, it's also kind of weird to me because like that kind of music existed before as well, but then no one called it hardcore. You know, it would be like a glitch or like heavy drum and bass or something like that. So
Heavy drum and bass.
Yeah, so yeah, without the vocals though, it's like, because it is very like distorted breaks and stuff. That's usually what defines the hardcore. Oh yeah, or even like it's very close to liquid drum and bass too, just like with more edge, I guess.
Kinda.
But,
I can see your vision.
But honestly, my pet peeve, as like I'm sitting here being an old musician, but I'm so sick of the core thing, like core this and core that. Like it's lost all its meaning.
In my heart, I have only core. It's hardcore. No, okay, and hardcore. Okay,
right. Yeah,
like the hardcore and hardcore. There's only things that core can get like the core and hits in the same.
Dude,
nothing
that
else.
Is like that is a good drop for like a hardcore EDM track. You know, there's only one core. Hardcore.
Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, so I don't. But again, me as a musician, it's always been a problem for me to find out what genre I put my next track in. It's like every time I get stopped, I upload my track and it's like, what genre is this? I don't even know. I just make music, you know. So it's sometimes I just have to put it in like the closest approximation. On Newgrounds, I've been begging Tom Fulp to put in a breakbeat section since forever, but for some reason he just doesn't want to. So I have to keep putting my stuff in video game music because it's like, well, it's not any of the others, so I guess it's the closest.
Yeah. That's why you're like almost all of your compositions are in these sections. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, because if you go try to upload something on Newgrounds and you see the drop down, and then like try yourself, like you're placing a Waterflame track, where do you put it, right? Because it's like there's no like breakbeat or orchestral breakbeat, and the EDM doesn't have that many subgenres, and it's not electronic. That's like usually kind of like down tempo and almost sad. So it's like I just end up like, well, this doesn't fit anywhere. But on occasion, like now this Friday, I uploaded Melt Zone, which is an older exclusive track of mine. That's
2013, yeah.
Yeah, that's now available everywhere, and then I could like clearly put it in industrial. Like, okay, this is industrial. We all know what like hardcore industrial sounds like. This is it. Now it's in there. That's fine. But normally I struggle.
Yeah, because like I remember the time you can like clearly hear this is a dubstep, this is a like drum and bass, this is a rhythm, but now it's like all of the genres clash together at some point, and
Yep.
like you can like actually like that's why we have a full flavor. Like that's why we have this genre, because like full flavor is just like mix everything in one song. Like you want like 30 plus genres in here. Okay, just put it in all here. So no worries.
Everyone's Waterflame now. Yeah, I know. Because it's like that was very much like how I was very unique starting out. That I think that's also why I got like very noticed at the beginning. Because everyone was like, oh, I want to make punk rock. And then they went and like researched how punk rock sounds, and they did that, right? But there was very few composers that was just like wildly experimenting with sound. Where it's like, what genre did you make? I don't know. That was kind of my, yeah. That was like all my tracks almost, right? So, I mean, at first I started out with like something that's more like, just like electronic. I guess that could be considered electronica, what I started out making. But then later on, it was just like all kinds of weird genres mixed together. So yeah, but now, like you said, now it's more normal because now it's so easy to make digital music. Like it's like almost everyone that is on the computer and has like computer hobbies has tried to make a beat at some point, you know. So it's not as rare anymore.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like I'm listening to like music in my ears like for most of my time, like seriously. And one
Yeah.
of my favorite artists is like you, of course. I really like I really enjoy some of your songs, like when I work out, when I like working and such. This is like actually great music to work on, and I love I like Chameleon's music. You know? Do you
Oh
know
yeah,
him? Okay, of course you know.
yeah. I know.
What's your opinion? What's your opinion on his actually his works and what he's doing?
The his music, it's great. I'll admit I don't like follow him so much as like, but that is not like a personal thing. It's literally I'm so tunnel visioned on my own work that I almost don't catch what any of my other I guess you could say colleagues or people like in
Yeah,
my, yeah, like it's the other day I was like you know, and it's also kind of like small world too, because the other day I was like, yeah, for instance, Temanite put out a remix, right? And with Panda Eyes, and the singer on that track is a singer I know, like personally, and I was like, well, how do you guys know each other? And it's like I don't like I don't know what's going on, like because everyone's like making stuff so like you turn around and like everyone's done something new that week, right? So honestly, I'm not following at all. Like I've listened to I've listened to the music, but don't know what they're like up to these days at all, unfortunately.
I guess like that's how it works, because like you
Yeah.
I mean like you have like if it's not a secret, how many projects do you have right now, like commissions?
Right. I have 4 open projects. There's one in Waterflame and then 3 in the studio. So when there's projects in the studio, there's often several people working on it, but you know I'm still a part of it. And but if you also count like projects that are happening and being worked on, but I'm not currently actively doing anything on them, it's there's like 3 projects that are being there's I can say So a little teaser. There's not that many people here. There is one level being worked on, and there's also like a music video kind of thing being worked on for another project, and then there's an album coming out. That,
That's the lo-fi album, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And now this is like the first time ever I'm doing this, but it's actually like the final mastering. Just the not the mixing, but like the mastering of just the how you make the sound better, basically.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah. I've actually outsourced that to a colleague. So this will be the first time where I'm like, I've made the whole album is done, but the mastering is being done by someone else. And so, because I wanted it to come out this year, and I was like, if I'm gonna master this alone, it's gonna take me 3 months. No one's gonna see me, I'm gonna ruin my career. So, yeah, I had to like find someone I trusted to do that, basically. So that is like a commission that's been worked on, and I also have like many tracks that are kind of like open projects, but we're working on it when me or the other like person involved can, So I guess there's only like 8 open projects or so right now.
God damn. Okay.
So that's why I'm not answering my mails, man. I just wake up and like check the 100 new mails. Oh, someone called me. Oh, fuck, I should be up. Like sometimes I feel guilty for sleeping because it's like I'm not online.
Oh no. This is like yeah, I can partially relate to you, but nah, man, this is like, I mean, do not judge yourself. It is normal, I guess, and I am not judging you for not answering, but why I was like insisting some of my DMs. It was like, fuck, we just like we have like a week before like our podcast, like have like 3 days ago before our podcast, and you did not answer that. I was like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I was like what we gonna do? I don't know what to this to like make some statements and like but nah, I like it is like I guess normal. So yeah. I have some questions from the community. I have like a list of it. So it's like some actually interesting, some actually funny. The one of the questions is, what's your favorite song that you've worked on?
That I worked on.
Yeah.
Like is the question like the favorite result or like the working process? I guess
don't know. Like you can choose both, I guess.
Yeah, I can choose both. Yeah. Oh, that's so hard because like it changes all the time. That too. It's like depends a little bit on what I miss making and stuff, But I think some of my favorite like project to work on was the ones where I just sat down, I had an idea, and everything just worked in one night. I think I mentioned this on another stream the other day, but I actually think Endgame might be one of those, because I was like, it almost felt like I wasn't, like I was just being controlled by my brain making the music, you know what I mean? Like everything just worked. There was no second take on anything. And I was just done with the track in like 6 hours or something. And
oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So those experiences are very fun when everything just works and it feels really good, and I'm like having genuinely like fun making music from start to finish. That's the best.
Yeah, when it all comes together in one piece, like just like, I love this feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, also sorry to interject, but if we're doing, I see a question in chat. Since I was on the subject of like producing, I just wanted to clarify. Someone asked, does he often do ghost producing? And no, like I've done pretty much everything myself, and it's always credited. if that's not the case. So it's like, but in the studio, obviously, when I make stuff in the studio, there's other people involved often, but then they're credited. So, well, this is the first time I'm outsourcing anything like this personally for Waterflame. And again, I would never do that for melodies and stuff, because that's what makes Waterflame Waterflame. But I feel like it was okay to do it for the mastering, because it's one of those things where it's like, I know how I want it to sound, and I've instructed someone to make it how I want it to sound, like quality-wise, right? And I could get to that myself. It's just a time-consuming thing. Like, it's not... I don't really consider mastering that much of a creative process. Unfortunately, it's just more grunt work. Like, make it sound good, Like, what's the problem here? What's the problem here? So yeah, that's basically my answer to that in chat. So.
Oh, that's actually interesting to hear, because like it actually makes sense, but I didn't knew actually that you are outsourcing mastering. Like, this is actually interesting.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the first time I'm ever doing it, so it's never been a thing before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now I've realized, since I have so much going on, and like you said, like with Welkin, that's like, I started that project 14 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I've realized now that I'm so busy, I have so many projects going, sometimes I have to kind of like stop being a lone wolf and be like, okay, maybe I'll let someone do the mastering so that people can actually hear this album before I die, So yeah, that's kind of the direction I'm going now, that I might outsource mastering now and then, but then it'll always be credited as well, like who did the mastering.
What GD level do you feel best represents your discography? Thought its use of a song of yours and its overall song representation.
Oh, that one's hard, but man, it's kind of a, I guess, kind of boring answer, but I almost have to say Skeletal Shenanigans, right? Like, that level is genuinely awesome. I feel like that's the one that comes to mind, or obviously the Stronghold one. But then again, I haven't played enough cool GD levels to really have like a good community opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not good enough to finish the levels. That's the problem we're having right now. If anyone's seen my stream, I beat Jumper after like 3 streams, and now I'm like on blast processing, but I'm not that good yet, so I don't really have a chance to try the really cool levels. I've just seen YouTube videos and stuff.
Oh yeah, and like, interesting fact that the Skeletal Shenanigans, I guess, like the only level in a long time that's utilized the keyframe system inside GD, like showed up that you can actually make proper animations inside the game. That's why it's appealing, actually. Like, because of the animations, I'd say like the animations are the killer here.
Yeah, for sure. Like, the whole level feels like a animated kind of story, right? And that's what's so cool about it. Everything's very planned out. So yeah, I'd say that level.
What divine being blessed your hands to write the song of Electroman Adventures?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess it was. I was taken over by the gods or something, huh? No, I actually, that track. Wait, is my alarm going off? That, sorry about that. That track was made. So a friend of mine called DSH online, or Dutton Says Hi. I've known him since forever. It's like for people that really follow my music, kind of know who he is, because I've done like a few things with him, and he also was the one that made the 3D stuff and the scenes for Killstealer 2, the animation. And yeah, well, anyway, he him and me, we used to have this this thing we did, like a challenge to get better at music. because he was learning music at the time. So we picked a theme, and we picked a key and like a genre. Well, it didn't have to be key, but like if it was like spooky or sad, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we picked a theme, and then we both opened our DAWs. We started a clock timer for 1 hour, and then go make something. And then when an hour's up, we show each other like what we made, and that was like that was the practice. And we used to do that now and then, I think we did it like 10, 15 times or something. But one of those practices was Electroman, and I was just I think the prompt we found like the challenge was to make music for a superhero and come up with a superhero and then make a theme for him, and then have it be like kind of upbeat and like kind of Power Rangers-ish, That was the whole challenge. So yeah, I just thought of Electro Man, like real quick. Okay, this guy, he has electrical powers, and so and like now we're gonna make his theme. So I just I sat down and did that. So the theme was actually the main composition was made in an hour, and then later after we did the challenge, I was like, hey, I actually kind of really like what I have here. I want to finish it. So I think a day later or something, I spent maybe like 8 more hours on it or something and finished into full track, and I just put it up on YouTube. Didn't think much of it. It was like, this is cool, I should share it, and then it became insanely popular.
Yeah, this is like I love the Electroman Adventures, like one of the best of your songs. Okay, the second question. Yeah. Go on.
Oh yeah, no, I think why that track works so well is because it's like it has that syncopation in the chord line, where it's like it's kind of a traditional chord line that people know, but it's like slightly shifting. So yeah, it's just one of those, like, when you loop it, it keeps being interesting. So it's a thing I have a problem with in music, that I don't let things breathe often. It's like I make a track with like 6 melodies, and I think something like Electroman Adventures, there's just like one defined melody with chords happening at once, so everyone can enjoy it, Like, you don't have to be like a music nerd to understand what the hell is going on. So yeah, I think it's, in that sense, I think it's one of my like cleanest tracks, if that makes sense. Like it's simple, but it's catchy.
Catchy, yeah. Well, the next question is, why are the bells in Thunder Zone V2 off key?
Oh wait, I will answer that, but actually, seems like my song in chat, the Pongo over there, that's actually DHH, I think. So we have him live in the flesh. He made it says he made a song called Bumbles the B-Boy. It wasn't as cool as Electroman, But yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no worries. But like, why?
Why is the why is the question was, why is the bells in Sky Fortress off key?
No, Sky for the Thunder Zone V2.
Thunder Zone V2.
Yeah.
Version which well, I mean, that might be someone's pet peeve. You have to show me where because I mean the bells in Thunder Zone were always supposed to like be a little bit like wonky, to like create that like sadness, it's a little like instead of just a clean note. But I mean, I might have overdid it. So hey, if you think they're off key, sorry.
How do you feel about your song Ricochet Love be used in the popular level Amethyst?
Oh yeah, I thought that was awesome. I saw when it got when it got verified. That thing is insane. Like now that I've actually played some Geometry Dash and have a respect for how hard that is, you know, I just thought it was really cool. It's cool to see that track get some love again. No pun intended.
Oh yeah, and I remember that you've hosted a contest for the remix of Ricochet Love.
I did, and well, that was sent. Well, I'm just gonna blast them at this point. That was released through a publisher called Sounddrop a month ago, and nothing's happening, and no one's answering me. So that would have been out long ago if they could just like do something, but it's just stuck on pending for some reason.
Yeah, I wanted to hear it. Like, I didn't catch it. Like, is it on like Discord or what? Like, right now?
Oh, it's nowhere officially because it's like,
oh god damn it!
And I had a release day for it, but that was over 3 weeks ago. No, a month now. And yeah, like customer support just isn't answering me. Like there's no the
Bruh.
track, the album is set as like sent to stores pending. So yeah, sorry to do this in public, but I'm not using Sounddrop anymore, man. That shit's ass. What is this?
Oh god damn it!
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, there's one.
yeah,
There's actually one in chat that was in the competition. Yes, hello. And funny story about that, like the people that didn't make it on the EP in the competition, they made their own EP with like the losers basically, you know. And it's like they made like a concept of it, like you know their love got ricocheted kind of. They made their own EP, and I thought it was cool. So I was like, hell yeah, go ahead. And then their AEP came out 2 weeks ago. Mine's still in purgatory, so yeah. That didn't go so well.
Okay, man.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
Yeah, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. Okay. So it is actually approaching to the 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
So if you have some time, we can continue our conversation. I have some couple of questions, like some easy ones.
Yeah, sure, but you could shoot a couple more questions. I have time for that.
Okay. So, one of the questions is actually, I never like thought of asking that, but how did you even come up with Waterflame nickname?
Oh yeah, that's also like a staple. I feel like I say in every interview, but it's good, you know. It's brand recognition.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, no, but my original artist name before this was Chainsaw_09, which was a random internet name, honestly. I was just like, I need a profile on Newgrounds. Chainsaw is a cool word. Oh, it's taken. I'll put 09 behind it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, when my music started getting popular and I actually got, you know, started being used in Flash games and stuff, it's like, do I really want to have a number in my name? Like, I should find a proper artist name, you know? So I thought about, like, what would represent my music the best. And since I'm self-taught, I kind of don't follow the rules of like music for the most part. You know, I do my own thing, and also I often put genres together that wasn't supposed to work together, you know, in any traditional means. So just like water and fire doesn't, like, obviously they don't mix, but I make it work anyway. That's kind of like the reason. So I picked Waterflame.
That's great. That's yeah. I'm actually trying to avoid these questions, but here I'm actually wanted to like know about your like name more, and like Chainsaw09. Yeah, I recognize that nickname. I saw it when I tried some old Flash games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that nickname and like with like something ticked in my brain. Like, where did I like know about this person, about this musician? And it was you.
Yeah, I've always been there, man. That's
Yeah.
but I actually came kind of full circle. I released an album with my very old Newgrounds tracks, and I called the album Chainsaw 09. So now it's like it's memorialized. But yeah, I do get that sometimes, where it's like people don't really know who I am until it clicks for them, that one game from their childhood. So, oh, that one Flash game! Oh my god, I know who you are! It's like it happens like an hour later, after I met them.
True, yeah. Like, like when we spoke like before the podcast, I was saying like if I said to my past myself that I am going to speak with Waterflame, he was like actually be like reduced to atoms because of this information. Yeah, just like, yeah, it is like, and I actually find this not a bizarre but like actually interesting that in all means we all humans, like no matter what like popular or not you are, like everyone can shoot their shot. You like the ball did like if you miss the ball, that be it. You can try again, but don't be too noisy, okay? But if you like score a 3-pointer, you just like win a life or something. So you just need to try. So like it is still an honor to be with you right now. Speak with you.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I'll second that. You're absolutely right. It's one of the things I realized early is, for instance, every time you're unsure, like, should I share this online, for instance, just do it, because a month from now you're gonna be doing something else anyway. And it's the same thing, like you said, like if you want to contact someone but you think they're like too big or whatever, just do it anyway, because like you say, they're just people. Normally why you don't get an answer from someone is not because they don't like you or anything, it's just because they don't have time. That's like what I've also realized, because that never stops being a thing, right? Like in my position, I realized that once I had started getting a bit bigger, right? Like, oh, now I'm kind of a name. I have something like some weight, right? So I did, like, just like you said, I just like started contacting some people, like, oh yeah, what about this person? And surprising amount of people that you think you can't contact, they're just an email away, really. Like I've met some insane people the past years just because I dared to ask them, like for instance, like last time I was in LA, I hung out with the guy that's made all the Crash Bandicoot music, for instance.
Really?
Yeah, and we're like we're basically friends now. So like I talk to him now and then, and that was just because like I shot him an email like, hey, I'm in LA, want to have a coffee? So like, yeah, but it wouldn't happen if you don't dare to ask.
Yeah, and I'm actually saying it like actually frequently. So it is what it is. Like the life is short, so grab everything it offers, but not bad things, okay?
Yeah, no, don't grab the bad things.
Yeah, interesting questions popping on in the chat. Are you gonna make more breakbeat tracks in the future?
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to get back to a lot more of that. Like I even have a lot of stuff. That. Yeah, I think you're gonna like. Whoever asked that, I think you're gonna like things coming out the later half of this year.
Oh yeah, and you're releasing so much tracks this year. Like this is actually insane. Even if we don't count the like your previous releases that was exclusive to different albums, like dude, you're insane. I remember like dry out, like some dry out in like couple of years ago when you just didn't release nothing for almost a year.
Yeah.
But now seeing like your songs popping off like actually weekly is insane.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really trying now. Like, I'm gonna defeat the algorithm, man. It's not gonna get me.
The money
'Cause,
would make it themselves, yeah.
yeah, it basically like it's so hard to keep being noticed now. Like, yeah, I saw someone said in chat earlier when I came in here, like, oh, like why is there only like 10 people there or whatever? That's the thing. Like, even though I have a lot of followers and a lot of people know about me, because of how the landscape works now, there's so much content all the time by everyone, and the algorithms decide what you like more than you do. It's very hard to not get buried, right? So this is I'm basically making an effort to release something every Friday and then stream every Saturday and just have that as a routine forever. Basically, that's the plan. And unless a special occasion, but so far it's been going good. And I'm also going to release new music that isn't backlog stuff, but it's also good kind of to be able to release something that's previously released on a week I don't have time. Like you said, there was a time where I was like gone for a year, and a lot of those projects are being wrapped up now. So yeah, it's gonna be a year of content for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it up.
Have you ever contacted or someone ever contacted the pop or rap style music community artists? So I've just said that, just asked you in the chat.
Oh, what was that? Can you repeat that again?
Have you ever contacted or someone ever contacted you from the new pop or rap style music community artists?
Pop or rap style music community artist. What does that mean? Like, to make pop or rap, basically.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been contacted to do that, and I currently am doing projects like that. Like in my studio, I often help out on tracks that have like rap or pop or vocal, like are more traditional. Or yes, I've done a lot of that, but I also do know that, like, honestly, that's interesting to touch on because that's hard for me as a musician that likes to do everything. That I know that the people that are here from Flash games and Geometry Dash and stuff and listen to my instrumental music, they are probably listening to my music because they don't like pop music, so they found me instead, right? So when I make pop music, that is like unfortunately what does the absolute worst on my channel, but I understand it because that's not really what they're there for, right? So yeah, I'm doing most of that stuff over at the studio channel now. So I've kind of separated it a little bit. I tried experimenting with it and release the tracks I've done with vocals on my channel, but I don't have the audience for it really there, but I do in the studio. So yeah, short answer is yeah, I do get assignments like that, and I do make music like that. But if you only follow like Waterflame and not autodidactic, you might not see as much of it.
And okay, and I will conclude this podcast with one last questions I'm seeing right now
All
in
right.
the thread. Why are you so cool?
Oh, that's just it comes natural. What can I say? You're either cool or you're not cool.
Okay, without jokes, it was a pleasure. It was really a pleasure with you. Like,
it was fun. Thanks for having me. And
yeah, thank you for actually participating. That was an honor. That was an honor.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck further. Obviously, the podcast. Hope you have many more guests, and of course, to people in chat, I will be streaming in 3 hours. So,
Oh yeah,
so,
come join this like this uprising creator. So
yeah, that's right. I'm up and coming. Yeah, that's right. I'm. It's pretty fun. I feel like it kind of feels like I'm a new creator again. Yeah.
so yeah, I hope I will join if I'm fall asleep. So yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming, everyone. Thank you for coming, Christian. Thank you so much. This was a fun
Thanks for
episode.
having me.
I really, yeah, this is really fun. So okay, chat, you can rewatch this as a VOD on my YouTube channel. If you are on the Twitch right now, I will just pass the link of the channel to the Twitch. You can get the VOD here. Like 100%. And oh my god, why is it like not copying properly? Get it here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Person
let's
in
just
chat.
say yeah, let's just say that was a fun one. Okay, see you
Yeah,
around.
that was
Guys.
good. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, chat, and thanks for having me.